What's up guys, it's Scott with GSI and I'm here with Josh and Caitlin Parker. We're in Wilburton, Oklahoma at their bar, Dry County Bar, and we're gonna talk about their 75 C30 project that it's kind of been a little low-key thing. I don't want to say they slapped it together because it's been what, 3 years? But man, they came out swinging, they hit the internet and just killed it. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the truck, the history, what they went through, where they got it, what it means to them, and so on and so forth. So we'll talk to Caitlin a little bit about, what she thinks about the truck, how she feels about it, and what is DARCY the Dually. Caitlin, first, what are you drinking? Where'd you get it?
Arizona Mule.
What?
Arizona Mule.
Okay.
And Scott Nelson put me on them. You'll never hear me say that again.
You ever seen this post?
But this is my truck. We picked it up May 5th, 2018. It was in a salvage yard, just in the dirt. But I saw it, I saw the fenders, I knew it was a crew cab dually laying there, and we went and picked it up.
You had to have it.
Had to have it, it was the one.
I remember talking about that when you showed me the picture, said, look, this is what we're doing. Josh was kind of sharing this is the next deal. But we're not allowed to talk about it. We weren't allowed to talk about it, we weren't allowed to post about it. Sneak peeks were coming in here and there. Obviously I knew they got the chassis, but I didn't really know a whole lot after that. What was the purpose behind it? Why'd you want to keep it so low-key?
Honestly, it's because I didn't want the pressure. It was never actually even going to be that nice. That was you guys' fault. I
shouldn't have answered the phone, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that this is my first bag truck. I knew I wanted to daily it a whole bunch. And I knew I wanted it to be safe and reliable and stuff. So Joshua had already worked with you guys quite a bit on his black truck. And just wanted to see what y'all could do for a C30. I think that we were aware that there wasn't anything on the market yet from you guys about it, but whenever he called you and you said you could probably do that.
You could probably do. This is the first GSI C30 chassis for a crew cab dually, of any dually, single cab, crew cab, whatever. It's the first one we built and it's the first one to hit the road.
So whenever we saw pictures of it and whenever we got a hold of Lowboy, we got a hold of Todd to do the wheels. Those turned out beautiful, obviously. We knew it wasn't gonna be just some kind of like scrub build. And it ended up being a little bit more than I ever thought it was gonna be anyways. With as nice as the frame turned out, the welds were beautiful. Everything was just perfect. And then of course it got the high test treatment. I think that's what y'all call it out there.
We call it the Holy Roller package. It's been dubbed the Holy Roller. That's basically air, brakes, fuel, all in the hard lines. Everything is just dialed and detailed. Jason over there does a phenomenal job, complements our chassis work, and then you guys putting everything together on top of that. I mean, you had to disassemble it and take it apart, detailing out the chassis. You guys painted it all bright blue. What is that? It's Por 15?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
With some white highlights and things like that. Really set it off. Definitely complements the paint job.
We were pretty fortunate that the somewhat limited options of Por 15. It's not like a regular paint situation.
I was surprised to see blue
yeah.
Por 15.
Yeah. They have dark blue, light blue. Matches that pretty good.
I saw a rendering of this truck before it was real, and you nailed it. Like if you have a photo of the rendering to put next to this, like that rendering to reality thing, that was a home run, if you ask me.
They did a good job on it, KP Concepts. And then we got one from Chad at Rendered Rides as well. They both did a really good job on them.
Yeah.
I told Joshua that was almost the only thing that a lot of days whenever it felt like there was just
That's what got you through?
Endless sheet metal work. None of that's any fun. I don't like getting that dirty anyways, and filthy stuff. But the rendering got us through.
Yeah. So you guys have a shop in town. It's what, 50 by 80. It's a good size shop. A lot of cool stuff in there, and you have a lot of great help from your friends and family. Like, you know, I met your painter, Shorty, super cool dude. He helped a lot. You had Otis over at Gowan Mountain, is that what it's called? Gowan Mountain Speed Shop. Did some of your sheet metal work and stuff like that. It just feels like this truck is like Wilburton. Like everybody knows it, everybody like helped on it a little bit, and I think it's pretty rad.
We were pretty lucky that the paint job was kind of what it was. I don't know if I would have ever thought of anything like this, but it stands out. People who don't know what the truck is, don't know that it goes up and down, don't know that it lays out, don't know that it's got all that it's going on. They don't know about it, but they like the paint job. It brings it back.
Brings it back to that jet boat, Lake Havasu. I believe this was a jet boat hauler. It had to be a jet boat hauler. I've looked on the internet for jet boats with this paint job, motorhomes, whatever, but I think there was a boat behind this at one point. Okay, what's up with the engine?
It's got a 6-liter LS,
Okay.
Texas Speed cam, Holley intake on a factory ECM, Speed Engineering headers, full 3-inch stainless Speed Engineering exhaust.
And 4L80, built 4L80, anything special about it?
Built 4L80 with a Hughes converter.
Cool. Truck runs. I mean, I know I've driven this, I've ridden in this. This thing runs so smooth. I mean, smoother than even new trucks. It shifts smooth, it starts smooth, it's a cruiser. This thing it's got some balls too.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Lady balls.
Lady ball. It's got lady balls. You're happy with it?
The best time. I've driven it.
Anything left to do? Anything you know? They're never finished, right?
Never finished. No, we eventually want some interior. Probably get some Snowden seats in it. The bed floor still needs some work. We need some hinges for our hatches.
Little stuff, little to-do list.
Yeah, some bead rolling, some
Gotcha.
bed liner.
So we're gonna do a little history lesson on the Parkers, Josh and Caitlin. So tell us about you guys. Where'd you meet? What fuels this fire? What's up with you guys?
So we met at Kicker Bash in Stillwater, Oklahoma, a little car show that Kicker puts on, and started
What
dating.
year are we talking? Like how long ago?
Oh, that had to have been 2000.
2012, I bet you.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
And
All right, so 9-10 years ago.
yeah, we started dating a couple years later and got married, and just been building trucks throughout our whole
Oh, so you're married.
relationship.
We're
Yeah,
married.
I didn't know that.
Betty's been around for a little bit longer than I have. She didn't look the way that she looks whenever we first got together. She was static dropped.
Yep.
So what's Betty? Let's talk about Betty for a sec. Betty's Josh's truck. This is what started our relationship.
Yep. She's the 85 C10, 24 by 9s in the front, 24 by 15s in the rear. I called Scott and had him make sure his kit would work. I wanted to lay big wheels and wanted them to tuck hard, so that's how I got to know Scott and got introduced to GSI.
He had a truck like Betty once.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the truck that I used to have. So yeah, so okay, so you guys met, Kicker Bash, married, and said let's start building trucks, or you were always into trucks?
I've always been into trucks.
Like since little kid?
94 S10 when I was 16 and bagged it. It's been bagged 2 or 3 times. It's different styles.
Still have the truck?
Yes, still have it. I hope to bag it again someday.
Yeah, it's one of those one day things. So you've been about it forever.
Forever.
I mean, you said, hey, when I drive, I want to drive something that goes up and down. Big wheels, big motors. Because you're a motor guy too. You like motors. I know that. I've been in your shop. There's twin turbos over there. There's a lot of motors hanging around over there. And Caitlin, you like cars, or you just like Josh, so you had to like cars too?
Oh, I always went to truck shows with my friends. Just so happened to find a guy that I ended up with forever at one of them.
I mean, I can't think of a more perfect truck for somebody like you guys to have, because you have a lot of friends. A lot of people like you guys, a lot of people know you guys, so throw them all in there, and you guys are cruising. Like everyone's hanging out the windows, smiling. That's killer. That's what's up with C30s, man. With crew cab trucks, pile everybody in and you roll. That's what's rad.
It's a party.
All right, guys. So what's next? What's in the future? Like I know we talked about how you have 45,000 square bodies at your shop. What's the next one you guys are gonna start working on?
We're gonna finish up Shorty's.
Okay. And Shorty's your painter. Back
Yep.
to that.
Yep.
Shorty's the guy that helped you paint the truck, body guy, paint guy, kind of little. I mean, he built a lot of this bar too. If you talk to Shorty, he'll be, yeah, I built that. Yeah, I built that. So Shorty knows what he's doing. So after Shorty, what do you got going on?
Finish up the Suburban that you've seen, and
Okay. So there's a Suburban, really big wheels. We'll just say really big wheels, and really, really low.
yep, then we'll build Sadie a truck.
Okay. So I'm getting the vibe that this stuff isn't supposed to be talked about, so we're gonna wrap that up. And then, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Josh and Caitlin for letting us come to their bar. Dry County Bar. This is theirs. They own it. They operate it. They built it. This place is rad. Definitely a staple in the community. Like I was hanging out last night. There's a dude playing guitar, and everyone's laughing, having a good time. Everybody knows each other. It's a vibe in here, and I like it a lot. Now listen, Josh and Caitlin have a lot of cool stuff in the works that were kind of top secret. So if you want to keep an eye on them, follow them on Instagram. They do good stuff. It's cool. You'll like it. Hey, thanks again, guys. And I want to give a special shout out to Catfish_Crockett for whipping up Jesus Breath. I don't know what's in here, man. It's the wrong color, but it's good.